The Titanic story is etched in history, but behind its cinematic magic were the actors who brought its tragedy to life. While their characters met a tragic fate, their real lives soared to incredible heights. From breakout fame to enduring legacies, these stars shone just as brightly off-screen as they did aboard that ill-fated ship. Today we uncover their untold journeys, the rise to stardom, the iconic roles that followed, and how fortune smiled on them long after the credits rolled. Meet Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio, born November 11, 1974, in Los Angeles. The actor behind Jack Dawson, the free-spirited artist whose tragic love story aboard Titanic made DiCaprio a household name. This breakout role shot him to international stardom. Post-Titanic, DiCaprio delivered powerful performances in films like Romeo and Juliet, The Aviator, The Departed, Inception, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. With 7 Oscar nominations and finally winning Best Actor for The Revenant in 2016, as well as multiple Golden Globes and a BAFTA, he's established himself as one of Hollywood's most acclaimed performers. Off-screen, DiCaprio is a passionate environmentalist, founder of his production company, Appian Way, and the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, plus a UN messenger of peace. As of 2025, his estimated net worth is between $300 million, drawn from acting, producing, endorsements, investments, and real estate. From a penniless artist on screen to a powerhouse performer and activist, Leonardo DiCaprio remains a true force in both cinema and the planet's future. Next, Kate Elizabeth Winslet, born October 5, 1975, in England, portrayed Rose DeWitt Bukater, an aristocrat torn between love and duty aboard Titanic. The role cemented her as one of the most respected actresses of her generation. She earned her first Oscar nomination for Sense and Sensibility, then wider acclaim for Titanic, followed by a win for Best Actress in The Reader, 2008. Plus roles in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Steve Jobs, Mayor of Easttown, and Lee. Winslet holds 1 Academy Award, 5 BAFTA Awards, 2 Emmys, and even a Grammy, making her an EGOT semi-lister. As of 2025, her net worth is estimated between $62 million and $65 million, earned from acting, producing, endorsement deals, and smart property investments. Tour de force roles, powerhouse performances, and poised longevity. Kate Winslet's journey continues to redefine grace in Hollywood. And here's William George Billy Zane, born February 24, 1966, in Chicago. He brought to life Caledon Hockley, the arrogant fiancé of Rose, whose wealth and cruelty made him the perfect foil to Jack on Titanic. Zane's career spans decades, with roles in Back to the Future Part 3, The Phantom, Zoolander, and numerous TV appearances. He's continued working steadily through the 2020s, including star turns in The Boys and upcoming biopic Waltzing with Brando, where he plays Marlon Brando himself. While not a major awards magnate, Zane's iconic performance in Titanic remains his signature role. Recent mentions reveal he still keeps in touch with DiCaprio and Fisher, though less so with Kate Winslet. Net worth estimates for Zane are modest relative to his peers, commonly cited in the $5 to $10 million range, reflecting his steady work but lower blockbuster earnings. Billy Zane may not wear the hero's cap, but as Cal Hockley, he etched an unforgettable mark, playing a villain we love to hate. Meet Frances Louise Fisher, born May 11, 1952, in Milford-on-Sea, Hampshire, England. The actress behind Ruth DeWitt Bukater, Rose's strict and status-driven mother in Titanic. Her portrayal brought tension, elegance, and societal pressure to life, making her one of the film's most memorable supporting characters. Post-Titanic, Fisher continued to shine in acclaimed films like House of Sand and Fog, The Kingdom, The Lincoln Lawyer, and Jolene, as well as television series including Resurrection, Watchmen, and The Sinner. Though never nominated for an Oscar, she has earned critical praise and numerous nominations from SAG Awards, Critics' Choice, and ensemble casts, firmly establishing her as a respected veteran in Hollywood. Off-screen, Fisher is known for her political activism, support for environmental causes, and advocacy within the Screen Actors Guild. She's also a vocal supporter of women's rights and union protections in the film industry. As of 2025, her estimated net worth is between $4 million, drawn from decades of steady acting work, television roles, and public appearances. From commanding the screen as a mother obsessed with reputation to using her real voice for justice, Frances Fisher is proof that presence, on and off screen, is a power all its own. Meet Danny Nucci, born September 15, 1968, in Klagenfurt, Austria. The actor behind Fabrizio, Jack Dawson's spirited Italian friend who boarded the Titanic in search of the American dream. With his thick accent and boundless energy, Fabrizio added heart and humor to the film, making his tragic fate all the more gut-wrenching. Post-Titanic, Nucci continued working steadily in both film and television. He appeared in movies like Alive, Eraser opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Rock, and Crimson Tide. On television, he's best known for his long-running role as Mike Foster in the hit drama The Fosters, where he played a dedicated police officer and father figure. Though not a mainstream Hollywood star, Danny Nucci has become a familiar face to fans of action thrillers and family dramas. He's built a reputation as a reliable and versatile supporting actor across genres. Off-camera, Nucci has also explored directing and producing while staying active in smaller independent projects and charity events within the entertainment community. As of 2025, his estimated net worth is $2 million to $3 million, accumulated through consistent acting roles, syndication royalties, and guest appearances. From Titanic's hopeful immigrant to a steady force in Hollywood, Danny Nucci's journey proves that talent and perseverance can outlast even the mightiest storms. Meet Jason Barry, born December 14, 1972, in Dublin, Ireland. He brought to life Tommy Ryan, the fiery and proud Irish third-class passenger who befriends Jack and Fabrizio aboard the Titanic. Tommy's humor, loyalty, and tragic end made him one of the film's most relatable and heartbreaking characters. Following Titanic, Barry appeared in a range of films and series, including Flag of Our Fathers, directed by Clint Eastwood, Sons of Anarchy, and Irish productions like The Still Life and The Abduction Club. He's also known for his role in Love-Hate, one of Ireland's most popular crime dramas. While he never reached blockbuster-level fame, Jason Barry built a steady career, particularly within the UK and Irish film industries, earning respect for his intense performances and grounded presence on screen. In addition to acting, he has ventured into directing and producing independent films. He remains active in both Irish and international productions, and often participates in Titanic fan events and conventions around the world. As of 2025, his estimated net worth stands between $1 million to $2 million, largely from acting, indie projects, and occasional directing credits. From the decks of the Titanic to the sets of gritty dramas, Jason Barry carved a path defined by authenticity, emotion, and a deep connection to storytelling. Meet William Bill Paxton, born May 17, 1955, in Fort Worth, Texas. In Titanic, he played Brock Lovett, the modern-day treasure hunter obsessed with recovering the heart of the ocean diamond. His role anchored the film's present-day narrative, framing the emotional retelling of the Titanic's tragic voyage. Paxton's career spanned decades and genres. He made his mark in iconic films such as Aliens, Twister, Apollo 13, True Lies, and Edge of Tomorrow. His versatility made him a fan favorite, whether playing action heroes, everyday men, or comic relief. On television, he led the acclaimed HBO series Big Love, earning multiple Golden Globe nominations. He also portrayed Detective Frank Roark in Training Day, his final TV role before his untimely passing. Meet Susan Elizabeth Suzy Amis Cameron, born January 5, 1962, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. In Titanic, she played Lizzie Calvert, the loving granddaughter of elderly Rose who accompanies her on the journey to revisit the wreck. Though a smaller role, Lizzie served as a bridge between past and present, helping ground the emotional weight of Rose's story. Before Titanic, Suzy Amis made her mark as a model-turned-actress, appearing in films such as The Usual Suspects, Fandango, and Rocket Gibraltar. She was known for her elegant screen presence and thoughtful performances throughout the late 80s and 90s. After Titanic, Amis stepped away from acting and shifted her focus to activism, education, and environmental causes. She co-founded Muse School in California, one of the country's first vegan zero-waste campuses, and also launched Plant Power Task Force with her husband James Cameron, director of Titanic. Together, they advocate for sustainable food systems and environmental awareness through documentaries like The Game Changers and other plant-based initiatives. As of 2025, Suzy Amis's estimated net worth is around $5 million to $8 million, while her joint net worth with James Cameron is over $700 million. However, her personal focus remains on impact, not income. From Hollywood star to global sustainability advocate, Suzy Amis proves that changing the world sometimes begins with just one voice and one choice. Meet Gloria Stuart, born July 4, 1910, in Santa Monica, California. In Titanic, she portrayed old Rose Dawson Calvert, the 101-year-old survivor whose voice narrates the film's most poignant memories. Her performance was hauntingly beautiful and emotionally unforgettable, breathing life into the ship's past like no one else could. Though Titanic introduced her to a new generation, Gloria Stuart was already a screen legend. Her Hollywood career began in the 1930s, starring in classics like The Invisible Man, 1933, and Gold Diggers of 1935. She was one of the first actors to sign with Universal Pictures and worked with directors like James Whale and John Ford. After retiring in the 1940s, Stuart returned to acting decades later, and her role in Titanic became her crowning achievement. At age 87, she received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, making her the oldest Oscar nominee in history at the time. Outside of acting, Gloria was a visual artist, painter, and author. She lived a rich, creative life and even published a memoir. She passed away in 2010 at the age of 100. As of her passing, her legacy lives on through Titanic and her contributions to both film and fine art. Her estate was estimated at around $1 million, modest by Hollywood standards, but priceless in cultural value. Gloria Stuart wasn't just old Rose, she was the soul of Titanic, a timeless talent who reminded us that no matter how far we drift from our past, our stories still have the power to echo through time. More than a century after the Titanic sank, the film that reimagined its story continues to echo across generations. From unknown actors to global stars, from brief roles to unforgettable performances, each cast member brought something timeless to the screen. They gave voices to the voiceless, faces to history, and heart to a tragedy that never stops moving us. Beyond awards and box office records, Titanic endures because of the people, both real and fictional, who remind us of love, sacrifice, and the fragile thread of fate. As we look back at the actors who breathed life into this legend, one thing is clear. The story of Titanic was never just about a ship. It was about the souls aboard and the storytellers who keep their memory alive. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into Titanic's cast, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know who you'd like us to feature next and which actor's story surprised you the most. This is not just history, it's humanity, and it sails on.